Clothes I have regretted wearing. My mother called me the other day while she was cleaning out the clutter in her house. Ellen, I'm making room for my bowling trophies, and I need you to come get some of your old stuff. I've boxed up your model horses, rock polisher, Hot Wheels, 8-track, scrapbooks, and clothes. I need you to come get 'em. They'll bring back some nice memories. Oh, look, I see your old sailor top in here. Yes, it's true I had a wool sailor top. You know, the dress blues that I would wear all the time. I had a white one, too. I wore that one when I went on leave. No, I wasn't in the Navy. I just like uniforms. When I look back on the stuff I used to wear, you'd think somebody would have stopped me. Just a friendly warning. You may regret this. Would have been fine. I picked up at least a dozen boxes from my mother's house. I don't remember owning enough bolo ties to fill a box, but apparently I did. And piles of pictures, rolls and rolls of photos. It's one thing to touch and feel a polyester blend blouse, but to see a photo of me actually wearing it, proof if you will, was inexplicably more disturbing. I'm sure the Bee Gees look back fondly on their black poly rayon fire hazard shirts and think, oh yeah, this is when we became millionaires. But when I look back at my wearable fire hazard, my thoughts aren't as glamorous. They entail a desk job at Hertz and wine coolers at Doc McGee's Crab Hut. That was the one fantastic thing about those shirts. They went from day to evening, which is always a fashion plus. Who wants to go home and change, thereby increasing your chances of missing happy hour? Why did I save all those clothes? I felt like that guy from Memento with amnesia. I'd pick up a pair of stirrup pants and an image would flash into my head, me standing in front of a mirror thinking, these are really slimming. Then all memories of that outfit and time would disappear. I started combing the photo albums, mesmerized by this girl who was in no shape or form the person I am today. Lots of shots of me in pleats. Me wearing pleats, me enjoying pleats, pants, jackets. Pleats on jackets? That's clearly wrong. Yet I thought they looked great. In one picture I'm standing with this woman I worked with and we were both wearing what looked like trousers from a zoot suit. I added a backward snap cap, plus the top of a Navy uniform. Were we on the lam? Maybe on the way to an audition for Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo? It didn't even look like me. Several other photos revealed me wearing a series of paisley vests. In one I had a watch in the pocket. Let me just say that one more time. I had a pocket with a watch in it. I had a pocket watch. Apparently I waited for trains a lot. That's the only reason I can think of why I would need a watch in my pocket. Although that's really all those vest pockets were good for. Maybe I thought it was a shame to let it go to waste. Either that or I used to be a hypnotist. It started to occur to me, if I'm horrified and possibly scarred for life after looking at these pictures now, in 20 years will I look back on the clothes in my closet today in shock? Will I think, why in the world would I wear Puma running shoes with dirty denim cargo pants? No, of course not. That is a perfectly timeless outfit. In fact, it's retro. It's back for a second round. Maybe that's why I saved all those clothes at my mother's place, just in case they made a comeback. I pulled out some painter's pants. I don't think they're back yet, but they reminded me I need to paint the hallway. There were lots of thrift store men's blazers. I checked the pockets and found a ticket stub to an Elvis Costello concert. His glasses are still in, but not the jacket. How do people decide what's back? More importantly, how do people decide what's never coming back or what clothing is over? For instance, unless you were going to dance class, when did it become not okay to leave your house with jazz shoes on? Obviously, when the time came, the upper fashion echelon signed a bill or proclaimed a style exodus, or sent out carrier pigeons, or maybe they just phoned each other, I don't know, saying a decision had been made regarding bolero jackets or parachute pants, and that they were never to be worn again. How did the average people of the world receive this message, this change in the fashion tide? I don't recall anybody ever telling me, you need to take off that zipper shirt and put on one with the neck and sleeves cut off of it. Immediately. They're watching. It was always kind of a slow metamorphosis for me. I find myself walking around and noticing nobody was wearing the things I had on or had hanging in my closet. I'm sure people were secretly pointing at me. Look how high her shoulders are. Her buttons are huge. What, is she going to lift weights with that wide belt on? I guess she didn't get the newsletter. As I sifted through the pictures, the older I got, the less my clothes stood out. I looked down at what I was wearing that moment, a long-sleeve T-shirt and a pair of 501s, an outfit that has been around since the gold rush. Yet I wasn't wearing this or a variation of these timeless pieces in any of the photos, and I know I own them at every stage of my life. Maybe I subconsciously only had my picture taken when I was wearing something that would later embarrass me. Or maybe I thought, hey, this is a great outfit. I'd better document it for a future retrospective. The world would want to see. Just like the Jackie O exhibit at the Metropolitan Museum last year. A museum showing one woman's wardrobe. Turns out she didn't wear a lot of bolo ties. I boxed up my clothes, prepared to give them to Goodwill, and then I thought, in 10 years I might want to look at these again. Not with regret, but with confidence that the clothes I will be wearing then could just as well be the clothes I wear now, only dirtier and with more pockets. Naming my book, The Odyssey. The funny thing is, to fully understand